So you came on the scene for the Seattle Seahawks with your rookie season with a bang, being that red zone target. There was a game against Washington on Sunday Night Football that was kind of your coming out party. Cooper Kupp being hurt. Is it really in this offense just plug and play, next man up, or were you specifically game planned for going into that game?
Yeah, it's kind of next man up kind of mentality that we have, and how we call our plays and things like that. And I was ready for the moment and opportunity, and I try to make the most of it. And being in a room like that, you kind of learn from great guys, and I know what I can do on the field, and them giving me that opportunity to go out there and have more shots and things like that. I didn't want to let that go to waste. So of course, I went out there and just been myself, and went out there to compete. So I don't know. I kind of feel like just like the next man up mentality, and you got to be ready for when your name is called.
Well, Tory, you've definitely been taking advantage of your opportunities ever since high school, I would say. Do you know how many receptions you had total in your career?
I do not know. Is it from where?
In high school.
Oh, just high school? I don't know. That's hard. I don't know.
37 in total. And do you know how many of those were touchdowns?
Probably like 16 of them.
15? Yeah, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, I knew majority of them was some touchdowns, but
I mean, that's a ridiculous ratio, though. 37, 15, and then going into your rookie year in the NFL, 13 receptions, five of those being touchdowns. When and how did it become that you were this red zone threat?
I don't know. We just preach about it, even in team meetings and things like that. Like, ball finds energy, and I don't know. I kind of just try to go out there and just make sure I'm in my right spot, and making sure I'm giving the quarterbacks opportunities to just throw the ball and give me a chance. And sometimes the ball just finds me, and I'm always in the end zone. I don't know. I guess I just gotta. I got a knack for the end zone for real. So, let's keep that going. Keep scoring touchdowns for real.
Absolutely. I mean, not a bad thing to be mad about. In this offense, you kind of play all over. You play outside, being a little bit taller, but you also kind of move around in the slot as well. And Jackson Smith-Njigba has been notorious for saying, hey, I'm not just a slot receiver. I can also play outside. And this season, he proved it. Is it specifically Clint Kubiak and his offense? What about it makes these receivers so fluid that they can just motion and move around and play pretty much anywhere in this offense?
Yeah, I just feel like we all got the ability to play all over the field, and Clint does a great job of scheming up and having those kind of plays to where he can move guys around. And I feel like we all just are just blessed and have the ability to go play inside and out. So we kind of just go out there and compete for real. We go out to practice and we all ask for jump balls, and then we'll all get into the slot and ask for slot fades or slants. Like, it's just all kinds of things that we just try to joke around, but we be dead serious to go out there and just try to compete and do everything around. So just showing that during training camp and OTAs, it shows now in season that anybody could go anywhere and dominate, and that's just kind of how we try to go about our game.
Yeah, last one I got for you. Unfortunately, you're on season-ending injury reserve. However, going into year two, what kind of growth have you made, and what can you expect in year two and beyond?
Yeah, I'd probably say just the mental standpoint and the physical standpoint to the game. You gotta be active to go out there and compete. So I feel like just trying to take my game to the next level with just my process and my work into the season and during the season. And I feel like I'm growing in that way with just making sure I'm mentally and physically prepared. Because coming to the NFL is a long season. It's different from high school and college, and that's a huge change for everybody that comes to the league. So that's something that I kind of got to keep growing into, and I'm doing a good job with that right now to make sure I'm taking care of myself and mentally and physically to go out there and just keep competing.
Well, if 2025 was anything like the rest of your career, you definitely got a fruitful one coming up. Hey, man, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the Bay Area. Get to see your friends or family.
Appreciate it.